What's going on, everybody? Look, it's Tony back here with another video, man. Today's gonna be a very important topic that I've been wanting to talk about. First things first, I want to say my condolences to Nipsey Hussle, man. R.I.P. Nipsey, rest in paradise. May your legacy live on forever, man. You know, when Nipsey died, there was a lot of light brought onto the things that he was doing in the community. You know, him investing into cryptocurrency, investing into technology, and just giving back to the community. And there was also light brought on his teachings that he was trying to teach his people about investing and, you know, owning properties and buying properties and all of that. But as the weeks have passed, you know, people start talking less and less about him, and they just start to forget the message that he was trying to bring to light, bring to the table. But, you know, today I want to talk about financial literacy, and I want to talk about the topic of why the rich get richer and the poor get poor, and why there's such a wide gap between the poor and the rich. And there's some things that, you know, we can't or we couldn't control because of how history has went down. This is why I'm saying this stuff on this video, because we need to break the cycle. Me coming from a low-income family, a first-generation student in college, you know, I know what it's like. So it's not like I'm just speaking, you know, outside looking in. I live this. But the first things first, there's a reason why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer, and that is because the way we use our money and the way we invest it has a lot to do with our lifestyle, the outcomes of our lifestyle, why we live how we live. So first things first, we need to determine the difference between an asset and a liability. You know, a lot of people that's in the poor sector don't really know the difference between an asset and a liability. They get it confused. An asset is something that generates you money. It brings money to you. You know, you get money from it. You're gaining. A liability is something that takes money from you. You're not getting no kind of money. There's no benefit, but you have to pay it. So it's money coming out of your pocket. So as I was saying, man, the poor, they get the asset and liability definitions mixed up. It shows, you know, with how they use their money, how they reinvest their money. Sometimes they don't even invest into things that generate income, and that's the goal. That's what makes the rich richer and the poor poorer. So there's a ratio that shows the rich people's income statements and their assets and liabilities, and then the poor people's assets and liabilities. And ultimately, the poor people's, their assets are going to be the same size as their liabilities. That means that there is no income at the end of the month from their assets and liabilities. All their money goes to bills. All of that's a liability, is a bill. So all of their money goes straight to the liabilities. They don't have no money that rolls over. They don't have no extra income. You know, they don't have no profit at the end of the month. And that's best case scenario for them, because that their liabilities could actually be bigger than their assets, meaning that's when poverty hits, because now you're losing money. You're losing money every month. You're down 30 one month, now you're down 60 the next month, and it's a cycle. It keeps going. And the rich is totally opposite. Their assets are greater than their liabilities. Their asset column would be, let's say for an example, this size, and their liabilities will be this size, you know, smaller. You know, assets this big, liabilities this big, and ultimately at the end of the month, their assets are growing. They have more money. They have $300-400 more, and what they do with that money, then, you know, they don't just go splurge on it. They're not like, okay, we have $400, now I'm about to go buy some shoes. No, you know, they pay what they have to pay, and then they reinvest that money. So now they have more assets, and their assets keep getting bigger and bigger. Slowly but surely, it's getting bigger. You know what I mean? And that's what makes that gap between the rich so big from the poor. It's an ongoing sequence. You're either going to be on the profit side of it or on the loss side of it, the poor people's side or the rich people's side. You know, the first thing we have to do is recognize the difference between that asset and a liability, and then after that, we have to actually implement the correct actions that rich people do, and we need to put it within our own lives and stop spending stuff that we don't need. When you go shopping, you should know the difference between a want and a need. So if you're picking something out, ask yourself, you know, is this a want or is this a need? Do I really need these pair of shoes? No, I don't, because I still got some at home. You know what I mean? Ultimately, man, look, the goal is to have your money work for you, not have you work for your money. Because if you think about it, people think that it's good to get paid $15 an hour. If you want to be wealthy, you have to recognize that you're basically valuing every hour of your life for $15. And time is something that we can never get back. Time is very valuable. You can't put a price on it. But you are putting a price on it if you're getting paid $15 an hour and you're satisfied. People like to say that money isn't everything. But now, let's be honest. Another thing we have to do is we have to stop lying to ourselves, because if money wasn't everything, then why do you go to work? Why do you get up and work those 8 hours? And if money wasn't everything, why do you still go to work, you know, unhappy? Why do you keep doing the same thing over and over? Why are you always mad? Why are you always upset that you don't have extra money, you know, to do things that you like to do? Now, if you're ultimately happy, then that's fine. A lot of people lie to themselves, and that's another problem that we have. Have your money work for you, not you work for your money. It's also a mindset thing, because we're taught to go to school, you know, get an education, get a good job, and, you know, that's it. But if you think about it, that's what everybody else does, what the majority does. And what is the majority of the people? How are they? Majority of people, they are poor. There's only a certain number of people who are rich. Majority of us are poor in this world, and that is because we don't understand money. We don't understand financial literacy. We are financially illiterate, and when I say we, I just mean us as a general whole. You know what I mean? People could have $1 million. You can win the lottery and still be poor within a couple months, and that is because people don't know how to use money. They don't know how to invest it. They have that average mindset. Even if you have $1 million, you know, you might think, oh, we're rich now, but no, if you don't know how to use your money, if you don't know how to go about it, then you're gonna end up being poor, and that's not, you know, obviously that's not good. We are taught in school to, you know, get an education, but that's the average mindset, and $50,000 is that's very good in the eyes of the average person. But if you think about it, the rich, they're making $50,000 a day, and that's nothing to them because they know how to use their money. Man, basically, look, if you want to get rich, do your research. It's simple. This formula is simple. All you have to do is basically have greater assets at the end of the month than your liabilities. The more assets that you have and the small liabilities that you have, you're gonna slowly but surely start building your money. And that's the key to wealth. That's the key to getting rich. Now all you have to do is go out and research where the people put their money. How do people invest into assets, things that will generate you money, things that will bring you money instead of taking your money on a monthly basis? It's all a process. Don't worry, you're not gonna get rich in a year or two unless you get lucky. Just trust the process, save your money and invest it. Know where to put it, and that's what the rich people know how to do. They know where to put their money. Poor people, you know, you get a couple dollars and you hurry up, go to the store. At the end of the month, you're gonna be back in the same position that you were to begin with. But man, I appreciate y'all listening, man. Look, if you got value out of this, go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, man. I'm not doing this for no views, honestly, because I don't really care like about no views or nothing. If it blows up, it blows up. If it doesn't, you know, I'm just trying to put value. I'm just trying to put my people on. You know, hopefully you got some value out of it. Just let me know. If you guys want me to keep talking about, you know, financial literacy, let me know. Definitely somebody who, you know, does their research, who self-educates themselves, and, you know, because I'm definitely on the way to being financially free, and I'm putting that into manifestation right now. You know, and I'm researching. That's all it is research. Just like, you know, Nipsey did his research. Imagine Nipsey from the hood, man. Then nobody going, hey, look, Nips, this what you gotta do, bang, 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 bang. No, you know, he went out and did his research, and, you know, that's why he was such a smart man. So, you know, it's time that we break the cycle of, you know, investing our money in the wrong ways. It's time that we break the cycle and we start generating wealth into our lives, and not only for us, but for our family that's up and coming. You know, leave a legacy, and that's what it's about, man. So I appreciate y'all from the most genuine, you know, bottom of my heart. Appreciate the love, man. See y'all soon. Also, man, look, don't forget, follow me on the IG, follow me on the Twitter, the Snapchat, you know, whatever it is.